Hello again, my friends in YouTube. New video today. Thought I'd capture this for you. So you can see I got a new truck and got some wheels for it off Craigslist. Unfortunately the wheels didn't come with any TPMS sensors, so I had to purchase some, and I know that installing them can be a bit of a pain in the butt, and I didn't really want to get a tire shop to do it, so I'm going to show you how I did it real easy. Didn't even take the wheels off the truck. Real quick, simple trick. I think you're going to like this. Okay, so starting out, you guys don't necessarily need to do this. You can if you like to. I went ahead and purchased a TPMS programming tool from Autel. It programs Autel MX sensors and whatever other programmable sensors they have. I wanted to have this because I know that I usually fix the neighbors' cars and the friends' cars and the family's cars, and a lot of stuff's having these days, and I just want to be able to take care of that. I'm just going to walk through this and show you briefly how it works with these sensors. I'm going to turn it on. This one is the Autel Maxi TPMS. It's a TS508. I purchased it for $180 from eBay, Canadian dollars. So I think I got a pretty good price. I seen them range all over the place. It was new. The handy thing about it though is that this model comes with the cord that plugs into the vehicle so that you can work on most models and brands of vehicles. The other nice function that it has, I'll show you here, comes with a bag, of course. I bought the Autel sensors and I got them off Amazon. They were about $28 each, so I thought that's probably a lot cheaper than the $100 to $200 a sensor I've seen at Napa Auto Parts. And their ratings apparently are pretty good. They're fairly common, fairly cost effective, and pretty good sensor. I'm going to show you how we do this. I'll open this up. If you guys aren't going to bother with this, go ahead and skip forward. I'll show you the trick on how I pop the bead off the tire to install one. Real slick. But for right now, I got this handy dandy Autel MX. It does both frequencies. You can program it up to match almost any vehicle that's going. And keep in mind, if you're going to buy a replacement sensor specific to the vehicle, it actually needs to be specific to the vehicle, pre-programmed, because there's many different different sensors. Now here's a cool feature. Let's get started. I'm going to do advanced mode. Yes, advanced mode. Come on. Now I've already got this here Ford F-Series Super Duty. Current year. I'm going to go down to Program Sensor. Copy by OBD. I've already plugged this into the truck. Keyed on. Scanned all the sensors. The reason why I want to do that is I want to clone all the wheels the original wheels it came with, so that when I swap back and forth between seasons, I don't even have to bother going around resetting this, because I'm just going to put the left front back on the left front, and it's got the sensors already cloned to the original one. So I go copy by OBD. Yes, look at that. Copy by OBD. Use the data stored from the previously from the ECU. Yes, I do. I don't want to bother plugging it in again. How convenient is that? Keep programming sensors within 4 inches. Uh-oh, what are we doing? What are we programming? Stop that. I don't want to program that one. I want to program just the one of these stupid things. Let's go back. There we go. I want to go down. I've already done the left front and installed it. I want to go down here. Let's go right front. So let's just do that one there. So I pop in the new sensor in the holder. Press yes. Alright, there we go.
make sure the other sensors are at least 4 feet away. I don't want to program all of them at the right front. That would be stupid.
Cool. Look at that. We're reading 0 psi, 21 degrees Celsius. Battery, okay. It's a 315 megahertz frequency, which it is. That's what this truck specs. And it's copied the ID, the ID code over to it. So I'm going to show you how we put it in the tire. All right. First thing we're going to want to do is get the floor jack underneath the axle there, just to support the weight of the vehicle. And I'm not even going to jack it up off the ground. I just want to hold it up while I deflate the tire. This is so easy. I got my floor jack here. There we go. A little bit of huffing and puffing, but probably not nearly as difficult as taking the wheel off and finding a 6-foot long 2x4 to jam under your house siding. I got my little block of 2x4 here just to get me some room. Get this out of the way. Give me some room to work. A cheapy little tool again. It's got a threaded end. There we go. Well, this part's just ignorant. You just gotta get a little ignorant here, since I know in the old days we used to take just a knife and slice it off, but these new stems got metal in the middle for TPMS sensors. Not installed on me, just leave it. Just tug the piece of crap out. You know, wiggle. That's it. Now, we just gotta plug this guy in, make sure it's clicked on. This one's got a little press release click. It's not a pinch on, clamp on a screw, it's just a little, these Autel ones are cool. Look at this, just a little button. You can pop it off if you want and click it back on. You know what, actually I'm gonna leave it popped off for the yanking part, just because I don't want to bust the sensor. It clicks on so easy. There we go, poke it back in there. One thing I am going to do is make sure that the little notches that click into this sensor are indexed flat, because these are a little difficult to rotate once it's popped in. So I'll make sure that I pop it in with it nice and level so the sensor sits in there the right way. Let's give it a little wiggle here. That's it. That's in. Get it out of the way. And while I got the tool in my hand, it's a new sensor or a new stem, I'll just make sure the core is, yeah, it's tight. Not over tight, but a little bit snug. Click the new sensor on. There it is, it clicked. And it's not going to fall off. There we go. Now the one thing I am going to do, carefully, is hold it so the sensor is angled down while I pull this 2x4 out. I don't want to damage the sensor mashing the tire over the bead. Famous last words. Stand by 1 sec. I gotta go get my compressed air. Sorry about that there. Didn't have the camera running just then. But basically, there we go. I just jacked the truck back up a little bit to give me this rotation. I just rotated the valve stem to the bottom just so I could finagle the lip of the tire to get started on the seat of the rim, and we'll start putting some air to it. If you guys run into some difficulties trying to reseat the bead because it's a big tire and the thing doesn't want to touch. There's an old trick that I've used before for some tires that weren't meant to fit on the rims. Is you can wrap a rope around the tire, tighten it up to give it a squeeze, or even like a ratchet strap just to sort of tighten the tire up. That kind of pushes it out. But now we'll seat the bead. Watch your fingers here. Don't want to get snapped. There we go. So that's basically my trick. Let's use a vacuum cleaner and atmospheric pressure to help get the tire unseated. The rest of it's downhill from here. I got 2 more in the back to do. We're running out of light, so probably finish those up tomorrow in the morning. But other than that, I'm just going to finish airing this up to what it's supposed to be, and then I'll double check on the TPMS on the dash display later on once we're done, just to make sure everything registers. Should be happy. Well, hope that tip helps. I'll talk to you in a bit. Bye, guys. Well, I have to apologize. I lied. I know it was getting dark out, but I went ahead and finished it anyways. I wanted to get it done. So, just to make a recap for the video here, I'll show you the results. What I did was turned the key on, and I went around with the Autel tool. I did the learning procedure through the tool, even though I didn't put the truck into learning mode. I didn't need to relearn it. I just faked it so that I could skip the driving to wake up the sensors. I just went around beep, 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 woke them all up so they were active while the ignition was on. And that saved me having to drive it for 10 minutes for them to automatically wake up. Show you the results here. There you have it. Instead of blanks, I've got values. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks very much.